No, I have never smoked meth.
Thank
Promise.
God.
Yeah.
Well,
It's first for.
hey, tonight's tonight.
Yeah,
so.
tonight. Is that the surprise?
Yeah,
Bring
it's a
some meth?
surprise. I got you. Hey, my name's Christian Lee here for Earworm Digital, and we're here with the one, the only.
Matt Watson. Matthew Watson, if you want to be
Oh,
super formal, yeah.
And how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I just walked off stage.
You did.
I'm a little sweaty.
We saw you.
Got the adrenaline coursing still. But you know, it was really fun. Great crowd. Really tightly packed venue.
It was.
Right
Intimate.
up on the. It was intimate. At one point, this really tall dude at the front like put his foot up on stage, and I got really scared he's about to jump up on stage. But
That's crazy.
he didn't though. He did not. So
Thank God.
I'm safe. Yeah, he could have kicked my ass. Most people in the crowd probably could kick my ass. You could probably kick my ass.
Really?
We don't have to. I mean, we could maybe go out in the parking lot later and try it.
Yeah. That'll be part of the
Interview first.
Yeah, that's part of the bloopers.
We'll get there.
But how was the first show too? At the Telegram Ballroom in LA.
That was the best show I've ever done. I got my buddy Ben right here. He opened for me, and he got the crowd like going crazy. I was like in awe watching, and then Christian fucking blew it up in a good way. Everyone like the whole time I could hear him like screaming outside, and then when I went on, it was super fun. The crowd was amazing. They were super just jumping and groovy and full of swag.
Wow, really?
That's how swag's a good word to describe it. It's pure swag. Swag, yeah. No, it was a great show. It was the best show I've ever done. I haven't done that many music shows. I've done maybe like.
Well, this is basically your first official tour. Right?
This is my first like headlining tour. I've only ever opened. No, I did one show that I was like co-headlining on in Santa Ana.
Yeah.
That was my very first show with a couple buddies. But this is the first time it's like my tour. So very nerve-wracking, but the first two shows have been fantastic. It's been really fun.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the album because we did see you live earlier. Pretty recent. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
hard to believe, huh?
You were here?
I was here. Someone put me on the guest list.
Should have told me, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was way back. I was trying to wave him like, "Hey, Matt, I'm here."
Oh, I couldn't see past like 5 rows because the way the lights.
There was a lot of tall people too.
There were a lot of tall people, and they were all up front.
That is true.
Yeah, they were all up front. It was like I could not see anyone, but yeah, the album.
Yeah, let's talk about See You There. And so you do have 2 features on the album, Sarah Benito and Father. And so how did that come about?
So I guess
I know you're a big fan of Sarah, but how did you get that feature with Father too?
So Sarah and I have been friends for a while. I was a really
because you were a stan first, right?
I was a stan, yeah. I was a hardcore stan. I had a whole stan account on Twitter.
Yeah.
No, but basically when I was a freshman in college, before I started doing YouTube and all that stuff, or really making music, I was just a fan of Caro Benito. And then through doing YouTube and stuff, after a while, I don't even remember how. I went to a couple shows, and one way or another, we met and just became friends. And then every time she was in town, me and her and Gus would go out and get dinner and just chill.
Nice.
But even as of like recently, I don't know if they even knew I did music.
Oh, really?
So then I think they just knew me from YouTube. So then I just hit up Sarah because I was like, when I started conceptualizing like the album and thinking about features, I was like, that's like a must for me because I know that like my listeners, massive crossover with Caro Benito, and that was one that is super huge for me, and I knew that everyone would love that one, so got that one. She was super sweet, did a great job, and then Father is, I guess, a more like out there feature for me because I saw a lot of people like, what?
It was a sick feature
though. He's great. I love him. I used to direct music videos, and I did one for my buddy Freddie Dredd for his song Cha Cha, and he was friends with Father. Father came to that shoot, and that's how I met him. Yeah. But yeah, I had more features planned, but I didn't want to overdo it, so I was like, I'm happy with these. Let's throw them on there. Yeah.
I mean, those are 2 solid features.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with those features. I'm excited. I actually had a track with Ben, but didn't make the cut.
Awkward.
He delivered like the best verse I've ever heard.
Best verse you ever heard, and not on the album.
It just didn't. not because of him, but like I wasn't happy with my part and I couldn't get it sounding good. But I have another project coming out that I'm gonna put it on that it fits that vibe more.
That's good. That's good.
It's
Love
just,
it. Happy for Ben for that.
happy for you, Ben. Love you too.
But let's also talk about the album too. Well, we've been talking about it, but let's talk about it more because as a journalist, you know, I'm like, you put it on the Patreon, I'm like, I might as well splurge, listen to it beforehand, you know, before it officially releases.
I don't think Patreon offers free like Patreon codes because I would have given you one if that was the thing.
That's okay.
No, I don't think they actually do.
It was good. It was, I mean, solid album. And my favorite song from there is actually Wacky. I think that's.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, what was for you? What was like the most what was the most fun song to produce, like to write? Tequila's getting me.
Oh, I got you. Me too. I think that most fun. Wacky was up there. Wacky was one of the first ones I did because after I made Ouch, I just started like I was like producing more, and then I took a really long break. But the two songs that I had started like and got halfway done with was Work It Out and Wacky. So that one is actually like more than 2 years old at this point. I only finished it recently. That one was really, really fun. I had a really good time with that one. I think Work It Out probably was the most fun because that one for me is more like I don't even know how to describe the genre of it, but it's kind of like a pumped up ballad, not rock ballad, but it's almost like a weird ballad. I don't know how to describe it, but that one was really fun to just the vibe of it, I think. And I remember recording that one was really fun. He was Ben was there when I recorded the final vocals, and in the song, if you listen after the first like chorus, you can hear him in the back go, "Dude, what?" Because he was like listening to me record the vocals, and I just kept that in. Yeah, but that was really fun. That was a really fun production. I had the most fun doing that. And funny story about that one too was when I was doing the final version and Ben was over, he had this idea for me to just put in like a really stupid part just for shits and giggles. That wasn't going to be in the final thing, but we put it in we thought it was funny, where it was like this kind of like radio filter voice at the end that was like, "Yo, this is for everyone who's not afraid to dream, who's not afraid to be themselves. This is for you. Put your hands up." And then when I sent it off from mixing, I forgot to take that out. Damn. So my mixing guy sent it back like fully with that mixed like very well, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta take that out. That was my bad." Maybe I'll release that version on Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear it. And let's talk about Ouch because you dropped that in 2020, and I heard you've been making music basically since middle school. Yeah. But what made you do the jump to like, you know, you did Ouch, and you're like, you know what, I'll finally like put this out. I'll put music out like, you know, professionally, you know, instead of like as a joke.
So it's something I always wanted to do. Because even like when I first started making YouTube videos back in like 2007, my dad is an architect, and our family computer was like one of those old iMacs, because that was what he had to use to run the software he needed. And the Mac came with like iMovie, GarageBand, all that stuff. So I would just get on there and play around. So that's how I kind of like learned how to edit. That's how I learned how to first, you know, that's when I first messed around with music. Because I would just like stay up late in my dad's studio and just like mess around and make really shitty like loops and stuff. And then I started making like comedy songs to show my friends at school back in like 7th grade. And I was like, I really like doing this. And then I was like, oh, but I can't make like serious music ever. I always wanted to. And then the YouTube stuff became more successful for me after college. And then it just got to a point where I was like, why don't I just like try, you know? Yeah. And if it sucks, then it sucks. But like, I would like to try. And then when quarantine first, not even quarantine, it was a little before, it was in January. I just decided like, I got a new computer and I was like, I might as well like mess with this stuff again. So I started in January 2020. And then I just started making some stuff that I was like, I don't hate it. Let me build on it. And I decided, you know, why don't I try doing some stuff that's more serious and see what people's reaction is. And I would like tease it or put it out. And the response was, it was a mix. It was like, you know, some people couldn't take it seriously, but some people were like, this is really cool. Try more. Yeah. So I did that more, and then I kept doing it, and then I eventually had enough songs where I was like, I guess I could just put this into a project and just, you know, have that one checked off my list, and that was Ouch. So yeah, but people liked it, so I decided just to keep going and try doing it more, and seeing everyone show up at the shows and I guess comment on the videos and stuff, and be able to, I guess, differentiate it from the really stupid humor I do is like a very big, important, meaningful thing for me. So I don't really know how to describe the transitional process. It's taken a couple of years, but it's yeah, I guess it feels good to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's still not like I don't think it's ever gonna. I don't think it's ever gonna like be done transitioning where it's like, okay, now I'm just a serious artist and I also have comedy stuff. I think it's always gonna just be kind of like a work in progress. But
And then let's talk about some of your early influences too. Like, who are like some musical artists that inspired you to make music?
So I guess like the stuff that really influenced me growing up was I really liked a lot of like, I guess like 90s like alternative rock stuff, which I think you can kind of hear in some songs like Third Eye Blind and stuff like that. But when I started making music, I guess I was basing it more off of more recent influences of mine. I mean, like, you know, Carrico Benito is one, obviously. My buddy, his name is Bowen. He has an album that's, I definitely took a lot of inspiration. People like Jack Stauber. I mean, Joji's a big inspiration, too, because he's someone that did the whole comedy YouTube thing and then did the transition. And a lot of people do compare me to that because that's the only frame of reference, I think, for because he was like the first person to do that. But I don't plan to like quit doing the comedy stuff or the SuperMega stuff at all because I like doing both. They both make me happy. But as far as influences go, I grew up. My parents played a lot of like 70s and 80s music, a lot of like funk and stuff like that, which I tried to kind of put into my new song "STARSTUD," the one with Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's always every time someone asks me what my influences are, it's a really hard question because I can never like nail down like a couple specific ones.
Yeah.
I just listen to a lot of music and I kind of like switch what I like all the time. So I kind of just like pick up little pieces here and there. So yeah. Is that a sufficient answer? I don't know.
Good enough. I won't cut that out. That was good.
Cool.
All right.
I grew up really liking Gorillaz. And Weezer, which is a really cliche answer. But yeah.
I mean, hey, both solid.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with either of them.
Sure.
And you know, believe it or not, we're both adults here. And I'm what?
We are?
Okay.
I'm 17.
I'm out of here.
Thanks for the beer, too.
Oh, fuck. This is not going to look good for you. But I was wondering, you know, I feel like as adults, it's kind of hard to make friends. I'm wondering, you think we could be friends?
Yeah. No, dude.
Well, there. Thank you.
Yeah, just I'll get you my number sometime, and we can maybe get.
Yeah, your people will call my people. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
But speaking of friends too, you know, I didn't want you to feel too awkward for an interview, so we actually have another friend for you here.
Oh, you didn't!
It's Ryan. Ryan came to the interview.
Ryan!
Sit next to him.
Ryan, bro. Buddy. Dude, I thought you were at that family wedding, man.
Scoot over. Scoot over.
I knew this was more important.
No. Matt, you get in the middle.
You want me to get in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, you know Ryan Morris. So.
Yeah, no, all right. Buddy, dude. Thank you for showing up, man. I thought you were at that wedding, man. I thought that your sister's wedding meant a lot, but I know.
He has models, so he can't talk.
Got that at your sister's wedding, didn't you? You sly dog. I know how we do it as Southern boys, but yeah, man, thank you. It means a lot that you're here, Ryan. I'd offer him a kiss, but the millennial thing.
Of course.
But I'd offer you one too, but you know, it's COVID, so
yeah, after the camera.
Yeah,
after the interview ends. Sure. But I was talking to Ryan, and you know, we've been talking about some stuff, and we decided on getting you some gifts.
Ryan, you didn't have to do this, man. Bro, you didn't have to do this.
So first things first, we got you a My Bloody Valentine vinyl.
Ryan, you little devil. Okay, this is a great example of when you said influences. I love shoegaze, and my song on my album Coral is like a direct. Basically, I sat down one night with my guitar and I was like, I've never tried making shoegaze. I want to try making a shoegaze track, and that's what Coral was. And this album is amazing, and I have every single My Bloody Valentine vinyl except for this one.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you told them, didn't you, Ryan? Thank you. This
that's actually a bootleg too.
So. This is. Oh. Take it back. I mean, no, this is like genuinely a like this means a lot. I love Kevin Shields so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, this is fucking awesome. Thank you.
I'm glad. But wait, there's more.
I'll put this in the vinyl player in the van.
It's
awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited for everyone else to hear that. Yeah. We also got you this one too.
You made me cry. I love you.
Thank you.
In a platonic way.
Yeah, of course.
You guys just got me so much. I just got a new record player too.
Thank God. Yeah.
I love Cocteau Twins. Thank you.
Cocteau. That's how you pronounce it.
It's Cocteau, right?
Yeah.
Cocteau?
Yeah.
Have I been saying it wrong this whole time? No.
I've always second guessed myself too. I wasn't sure.
It's Cocteau?
Yeah, it's
Cocteau. Is that what? That's what it is, right? You guys know how to say it? I feel like every shoegaze band is Irish. My Bloody Valentine's Irish. Oh, this is a collection.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Heaven in Las Vegas is a classic. I listened to that last year while driving out of Las Vegas during the sunset, and it was sublime. Sublime means good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Also a great band.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a Sublime vinyl for me?
No, but I do have another vinyl for you, though.
You have another vinyl for me?
And it's actually Say with Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney.
No way. No. Is this signed?
No.
Well, someone did write.
Someone did write down
the name Paul.
Yeah. Maybe they tried to forward it.
Paul and what does that say?
I can't tell. Paul Buckle 116.
This looks like Paul C. Some dude just wrote his name on it. That's also named Paul. They had some beef actually because Michael Jackson bought like all of Paul McCartney and the Beatles like music, and they had some beef over that. He probably forced him to do this with him.
This was probably before.
He's like, "Oh, you want your music back?" I've never listened to them collaborate.
Really? You've never heard My Girl's Mine? Off Thriller?
Oh, I didn't realize Paul McCartney was on that.
Yeah, it's a duet, yeah. And this is the one for Paul McCartney's album. That's a single.
See, you could tell Paul. You see it in his eyes. He's like, "Oh, I'm having some fun," but behind those eyes is like, "Michael, I just want my masters back, please. I'll play ball with you, buddy, please." And you see the mischievous look in Michael's eyes. He's scheming. He's like, "Yeah, I got those masters." Rest in peace.
He's got him by the balls.
He does, 100%. R.I.P. Michael. Miss you every day. We talk about it all the time,
Yeah.
Wow, these are fantastic fucking vinyls.
And we got one last thing for you. You know, I see your hair, and so I went to a thrift shop and I found this for you, and it's a Eminem DVD.
Dude,
it's like a documentary.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be something about Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly? I was gonna say those two things.
Yeah.
And look at what is this?
Maybe you can play that in the van.
Yeah, in the van we do have a DVD player and a TV. And I was going to tweet today asking people to bring DVDs to shows for us to watch. This is better than anything that anyone could have brought. Eminem, AKA. Follow the life of this hip-hop phenomenon from his I know how to read, I promise. From his turbulent early years with his broken, dysfunctional family, through his struggles as a young father in a troubled marriage, his evolution as a rapper, and the creation of the Slim Shady persona that ultimately made him a star. Interesting. There's a psychotherapist that analyzes him. All right, this is fantastic. This means the world to me, you guys. Seeing you guys collaborate to give me something special is something that not a lot of people do this for me. And Ryan, I know that you forgot the last 2 Christmases and my birthdays for the last 3 years, and just makes it up.
Finally made it up.
Thank you,
so
man.
glad.
Teaching freestyling in the studio. Ben, we gotta watch this one in the van, bro. Oh, the meaning of M's ink. M's writing technique. Kim baby mama drama. Oh, we're in for it. We got to drive 4,000 miles total, so this is gonna be on loop in the van the whole time. I just making sure you didn't rip me off here.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is like Christmas for me.
It is.
Michael Jackson, Eminem. You know, it's all my idols. This is great.
Yeah, that's good. That is great. All right, and let's talk about back to a little bit, Paul, because I heard you actually own art from a different.
I do,
Beatles,
yeah.
Ringo. But I'm wondering, do you own any art from Dale, though?
From who?
Dale.
Oh, I think it's a dildo.
No,
I was
not
like,
dildo.
What? Do I own any dildos?
Yeah.
No, oh, fuck. Actually, I don't. My dad's never gifted me any art of his. So that's on Dale.
I feel like you should buy it to support him, though.
Is it for sale on his website? I don't know. I haven't checked his website in a while. No, my dad's never given me any of his art, so I don't know. Kind of a rude, if you ask me. Not very father-like, but you know, he does make prints. Never once offered it to me. I have a painting my grandma did in my house. That's kind of epic, but I don't have any Dale Watson originals. Also, I mean, he mainly paints just like houses. That he's an architect, so I don't really want some just like painting of like a house in like the middle of South Carolina, just like on my wall at home. I'd rather have the Ringo Starr. It would remind me. No, these are really nice houses.
And Ringo Starr, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's value to that, but ones from your dad, priceless.
That's true. That's true. Maybe when I'm home for Christmas this year, he'll give me one.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll watch this interview because, you know, he follows me so closely online.
Mm-hmm.
He
does love that song you did about him.
He loves it, man. He can't get enough of it. He has it on loop. Every time I come home, he's got it playing on the speaker system. Yeah, that was a mistake making that song. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of those things that I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. That's online forever.
Anything for content. Anything for content.
Yeah, that was. Who here has anyone else in this room? Has anyone not heard that song?
I don't think he has.
We don't need to play it.
Yeah, no, we're not going to play it.
Let's not. People beg me to do that at shows. They
begged today. Yeah.
I'm not doing that song ever. I have done it live on stage, and I'm not ever doing it again. It feels like I feel like I'm like committing a crime. Like I feel like the police are gonna bust like through the door when I start doing that song. And I'll leave it at that.
And that's the last gift we got. They're outside right now.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Ryan, I knew you were setting me up, you son of a bitch. Can I swear?
Yeah, it's fine.
Fuck. Ryan, dude, you got it in you, man. You fucking good. You still got it, man.
Did you fucking fart?
Dude, no, it's a little sleight of mouth trick.
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's it's like a ventriloquist trick, but it's like a little toot.
Yeah. Well,
you made a water
faucet here too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn, we got a whole soundboard here. Can you guys do anything? No?
Dang. You try. I respect that though, Christian.
Christian, I respect the honesty. Yeah, it's good. It's good. All right. Good to see you, buddy.
All right. And the last question I got for you, is it true, because obviously you have a great relationship with Dale.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, is it true that he gave you the nickname, what was it? It was Matman.
My mom gave me that.
Or your mom gave you that, huh?
Yeah. She's going to watch this and be very mad. She's going to go, that was my thing. Yeah, my mom gave me that. I was like, you know what? It's totally possible he started it, but my mom called me that more than my dad. My dad just called me a little shit. He called me a limp wrist little shit. So I do remember one time I was like 10. He was like, son, look at these limp wrists. Shook it around a little bit, and my wrists have been straight ever since.
I always love how you always do the impression of your dad. Sounds like Hank.
He doesn't sound anything like that. My dad doesn't even have a southern accent at all. But like, you know, he's from like deep south, and I have a lot of family that sounds like that. But I don't know. In my head, it's Hank Hill's voice. I love my dad a lot. It might not look like it with the song. Well, maybe it really does look like it with the song. But no, Dale's great. I love Dale. I just like I like goofing on my father.
Yeah, don't we all?
Well, given the context of that song, that could mean something else. I like joking around with my dad. I like monkeying around with my old man.
No, we're good.
I like I like making jokes about my dad.
There you go. There you go. You got it. You got it. All right. Well, thanks for taking time to do the interview.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
All right. Thank you for. Thank you for having me. Doesn't. Never mind. That sounds like I was like just on a talk show, like that I came to you and I was like, thank you for having me. But thank you for coming here and doing this interview.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my show.
Of course.
And Ryan,
it was a great time.
Thank you for fucking being here, man. I wish you came up on. Yeah. I'm gotta get tested for mono now. Thank you though, like for real. It means a ton that you came out to the show. You too, all you guys. Thank you. It's been the most fun interview I've ever had in my life, and I walked out of it with such wonderful presence.
You did,
and a renewed love for my friend Ryan for leaving his sister's wedding and coming to my show in San Diego. Thank you guys.
But before we turn off the camera, though, this interview is for you, and so for the remaining part of the interview, you get to plug whatever you want, say whatever you want. The rest of the time is all you.
Okay. Sheesh. My name is Matt Watson. I have a YouTube channel called SuperMega. I do it with my best buddy Ryan. It's a comedy variety channel. We do a weekly podcast and comedy stuff. But I also make music, which is why these fellas are here. And you can just check them. It's just my name, Matt Watson. I make funky bops, I guess you could say, yeah, funky bops. It's on all streaming services or my personal YouTube channel, Matt Watson, or my Twitter or Instagram or Patreon. We're Matt H. Watson, one word. And there's also this great supplement I recently discovered. It makes you, basically, it activates your brain to like a higher potential. It's not FDA approved, but basically they don't want you to know that it can accelerate your brain function to a way. And the drug companies don't want you to know this, okay?